Shorty Mona Lisa, I'ma play her like I'm violent. I feel like the island, we gon' take her to the island.
Look, first of all, humongous win for the Fever. Probably one of the most important wins of the season. If you know, you know. There was a lot of irony in this game, but the Fever put out this tweet, and I think this tweet had two messages. Must feel a little strange in here. Aari's the cover, and they got the win. Aari finished the game. She had 27 points, 4 assists, and 2 steals. She shot 63% from the field. 10, she hit all her free throws. She only missed 1 3-point attempt. But as far as like the importance of the win and everything like that, if you're not familiar with the W and you don't know what's going on, because I've been posting a variety of content. So pretty much DeWanna Bonner, she was on the team earlier this year and then she quit and went to the Mercury. She didn't really give a clear explanation as to why. Didn't want to be a part of the Fever, and that's why the whole fan base doesn't like her. That's like a summary of what's going on. There's other stuff out there you can read up on it, but if you've been on the channel, you know what's going on. But they played each other for the first time in Indiana. I'm not gonna lie, I do not feel bad for DeWanna Bonner. Whatever thing she got is deserving, but before I get to that, this is the Fever after the win.
Just a hell of a job. Y'all, that was a big win. That was a big win. We stacked today, right? We stacked today. We got to continue to stack, okay? We ain't got no room for sliding back, okay? We no room for slippage. Every day, there's a sense of urgency, okay? I was proud of you guys, the way of offensive and defensive substitutions, being ready to go with that. Everybody who came in made an impact. We had 5 in double figures, damn near 7. Yep, 7. That's really, really good. Yo, I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of you.
Somebody put out this tweet, said heartwarming. DeWanna Bonner gives a tribute to Indiana fans by playing against them the exact same way she played for them in a loss. She had 4 points, 1 rebound. She had a terrible game. When she first checked in, this is her on the bottom. She got a bunch of moves. Look at her. They were booing the hell out of her. Usually I would have some sympathy for a player, but in this case, what she did was lame as fuck. I'm gonna just say it. Like, yo, you can't, it's unprofessional as hell. You know, she went to the Fever because she wanted to play under Stephanie White. At least we all thought. And then to begin the season, she played like shit. Like, you didn't play well. She was complaining before the season, talking about like they play really fast, can't really keep up because she's older, but you play like shit. Your coach moved you to the bench. You then take time away from the team. Everybody's thinking it's like, oh, it's a family matter. There's probably something going on. We praying for you, whatever the case may be. But you try to stage it like the fan base did something to you, which was, I found that lame as hell. Like, that's lame as fuck, in my opinion. Now that they're actually booing you, I can't feel bad. You put out a post on Instagram. Yeah, she was like, a quitter. Nah, never been that. But when the time comes, let's just make sure the apologies are just as loud as the disrespect in due time. You literally quit. You quit on the team. Like, the fuck? You the one who quit on the team. If you dealt with like racism or something like that, that's different. Come out and say that. You know what I mean? You staged it like let's just be honest here. The fan base doesn't have a good reputation, right? The way you left the team, and that shit goes for any player, that's not a good way to do business. That's not a good look. You just left one day, you had everybody thinking it was a serious situation, and then you said, I won't return to the Fever under no condition. They waive you. And the irony of it, the person they replaced you with is the reason you lost today. Y'all can't tell me that's not karma. Like, that's insane karma, in my opinion. I don't know. I just can't respect that. I feel like the whole fan base, or the whole WNBA basketball world, or whatever you want to call it, I feel like everyone deserved the explanation as to why you didn't want to be on the Fever so bad. Why under no condition you wanted to leave. Like, I feel like people at least deserve that. You didn't give that. You spit in the organization's face that gave you opportunity. Then you doing subliminal shit. You using the Jay-Z legacy stuff. Jay-Z don't rock with this shit, nigga. You think Jay-Z respect this? I give my honest take. I really don't feel bad in this case. She put that on herself. And I said it before. I still stand on the fact I think she should be banned. That's just me. You can't just quit and force a way to go play with your wife and tell no other team to try to sign you. The fuck? That's W's crazy though. This was some post-game comments. There was a lot of interesting comments here, by the way. But I'm gonna play this.
Our movement with and without the basketball, you know, we're playing baseline to baseline, really, and you know, we're attacking, we're finding the right reads, making the right plays, and letting the ball find the right shot. You know, there were, I don't know, probably single-digit number of times where the ball stuck or we didn't move it. You know, a lot of those early in the first, and then a couple in the fourth. But for the most part, the ball was really moving and popping, and we were taking care of it after that first quarter a lot better too, and that's important. Study the playbook and to really absorb it quickly. You know, we try to limit what we run early when they're on the floor, when they're early in offense. But you know, Aari's a point guard. She's got a point guard mentality. She came in knowing more than half of our offensive sets. And with Bibby, I mean, she's a stretch four and she's a shooter, and we haven't had that.
That definitely was a shot at Bonner. And y'all heard what she said. Like, you know what I like about Aari so much? She came in, she studied the playbook, and I know how hard that is because that's not easy stuff. It was almost like she was there the whole time. Even the Bibby girl, like she came in, she's playing the role DeWanna Bonner was supposed to play in this team. So how did they come in? They adjusted. You come in, you have issues, and you've been in the league longer. You have more experience than both players combined. There's no excuse. Like, sometimes you just gotta accept, like, yo, I played like shit. She's still playing like shit with the Mercury. She had a couple good games, but she's still playing, I would say, the same as she was playing with the Fever. So I really don't know, bro. It's crazy.
Fails, just pick and pop. You know, if something happens, just pick and pop. And she's a high IQ player. She understands, you know, how to play, how to make plays. She's shot ready every time, and that's important. And it's also important that our passes are on time, on target to someone who's shot ready all the time. And I think we've been doing a better job with that. You know, Aari gives us another player who can get downhill. You know, her speed was on full display today. Another player who can handle the ball and take some pressure. It's hard to handle the ball 94 feet against extreme pressure. It just is. And Aari gives us a different dimension and a different look than Caitlin gives us. Recognizing that scoring is yes, it's a big part of what she does, but it's not the only thing. And continue to reiterate next play to her and continue to show her the value of the winning plays that she makes. I mean, she really is a secondary ball handler for us, initiating offense. She makes the right read and the right play 99% of the time. You know, she gives us size and versatility on the defensive end, more versatility than you would think. And she had a tough matchup tonight with AT. And so, you know, her ability to stay locked in to what was important, to know that her time was coming, to trust that. And I thought we did a better job in the second half of getting her touches in areas that she could be successful. I mean, I don't know anything about the reception. You know, I don't hear anything once I'm out on the floor, but you know, it's weird seeing her on the other side. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, basketball is basketball and relationships are relationships. And DB is one of my all-time favorites. She has been from afar for a long time, and then working with her for a number of years, she still is. And I care about DB as a person. You know, and the business is the business, but the relationship is the most important thing. And so I'm happy that she found a good landing spot, and a special spot where she started her career. So I'm happy for her. Almost 7 in double figures. You know, I think we talk a lot about, you know, we want to be a high assist percentage team. We want to be a well-balanced team. We know we look different without C on the floor, but you really, we're very difficult to scout when we have this kind of balance, and I think it makes us dangerous. And you know, every single player on our roster has gained experience throughout the course of this season, and when one player doesn't have it, another one does and steps up, and that's important. Our depth, while at times can be challenging, it's also one of our greatest strengths, and it pulls us through when we need it.
Yes, they need Cece, of course, you know, especially going to playoff time, but I really don't think they need her right now. You know, to be honest, they're playing good. The other time she got hurt, they were on a good stretch. I think they should keep this going until they struggle and just let her just rest, because now they're like 3 games over 500. They're gonna make the playoffs, obviously. So just like, because, you know, we don't know how the playoffs could pan out. This looks like a championship team with or without her right now, which is what you want. This is good. I love what I'm seeing. They beat 2 great teams. So they beaten all the best teams. You know, they beaten everyone pretty much. So they I love what I'm seeing from them, to be honest. So I think they should just let her rest until they have some issues. I don't think they don't got no issues right now. There's no reason for her to come back.
Just being able to move the ball and then everyone coming in and just hitting key shots at key moments. I think for us, it's once again finding who should shoot the ball, and then everyone just being confident enough to take those shots.
Seeing those 2 threes go in, then I saw how easy it was, like getting into the paint. I'm like, okay, I'm converting. All right, I'm good. Like, let's keep being aggressive or just, keep taking what the defense is giving me. I would say being a student of the game, always watching film, asking questions, and just knowing where my teammates, like the ball, and just, figuring out ways for them to be successful on the court.
You can't really worry about the missed shots because I think everyone steps up when it's their time. And honestly, I think that just made everything better because once people start hitting shots from the outside, then everyone's up, everything's high end, and then you just go score.
She's a voice, the calm in the storm for us, and she's always, consistent in that area, just talking to us.
I wonder if the players like behind the scenes like her now. They probably don't. She did not handle that. I just can't respect that, bro. I'm sorry the way she handled that.
We were playing Phoenix, and so that happened to be that. The fans chose to do what they wanted to do, but for us, it's about paying attention to what we have to do here, and that was coming in and getting a big win, which we were able to do.
The smirk comes through.
Staying in the gym. No, literally. She's seen me and my husband walk to the gym at night. But just honestly, staying in the gym and just staying confident. My teammates, they've been talking like, hey, keep shooting the coaches. And so I think tonight I really was like, okay, like this is my time to shine. Everyone's, encouraging me. So it's just I have to believe. And so, I mean, just staying in the gym, staying locked in, and just staying aggressive. That's been the key for me.
This comment just came out. Very distasteful for what their fan base is doing as far as when it comes to DB because she's just sweet or so in the situation. Didn't work for her.
I think she handled it well. I don't understand, like she's a legend and just all the things that she's done for the league. And just the disrespect, I can't get down with it. They booed her. She didn't say a word to the crowd.
Bro. Are you acting like she didn't bring it on herself? The fan base literally showed her love. Like her jerseys were sold. They showed her love. What you mean? Say you have a favorite team. A player joins your team, quits, then puts out in the media, I have zero interest to return to this team under any condition. As damn, why? What happened? Something happened behind the scenes? You don't give an explanation. And you leave the fan base thinking that, first of all, you leave the fan base thinking a crazy tragedy happened to your family, but come to find out you just don't want to be there and want to go play with your wife. Or that's the impression everyone in the world is getting pretty much. And then you want the fan base to be cheering her on when she gets there? Y'all see what I'm talking about? Like, what are we talking about, bro?
Talk some trash to her, but
what you expect?
Her back. But it's just very distasteful for what their fan base is doing. As far as when it comes to DB, because it's just like she's just the sweetest soul, and the situation didn't work for her, and that's just not what she wanted or whatever. But it's just we don't need all of that. It's just unnecessary.
Right. I'm not trying to hear this rubbish. I'm not gonna lie. Nothing done here was messed up. Everything was rightfully understandable. And you throw around the word legend so much. Like, we're being real. The players admitted it themselves. The WNBA, this is the most popular it's ever been. So the stuff she did, I'm not saying she's not a legend. She's had a great career. Most of the people, when they think about the WNBA and her name, they're going to be thinking about, damn, isn't that girl who quit on her team? That's her legacy. Go ask the average fan who might just have gotten in tune with the WNBA. Ask them who DeWanna Bonner is. Like, oh, wasn't she on the Fever? Didn't she quit on the team like mid? They're not going to talk about her being one of the top scorers and all that. They don't, no one gives a fuck about that. Like, nobody cares. They're going to be like, oh, you the one who quit on your team. If she would have handled stuff like she was supposed to, probably would have been a little different. But this is the reality of the situation, so it's crazy. But that's what's going on there. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section. And as always, it's your boy.